Hello everyone and welcome back to the 22-part tutorial of how to model the island. We're gonna continue, but before that I want to show you something. I added a little bit of leaves here, and I also added some of the branches as roots beneath the island, something like that. So also here, and this is pretty much what I've done by now, and I don't know, I will have more time for the tree later on, but you know the procedure and how it goes, so go ahead and do whatever you can for your own model. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all those trees and assign them into a new layer just so I can hide them, and as well as the entire scene right now, and assign it there to a new layer. Now basically I want everything, not everything, but yeah, some of that shown up, okay, except that layer, which is the, well, this is not the junk layer, this one. And what I want to do right now is I want to get a cube into the scene, and I want to start build up the house that will be on top of that hill here. Now we're gonna first lay out this cube in measures that will fit this area. So let's say this is will be a little bit too big. Let's say we want the house to be such as that size, and I want to put that here. Okay, so take in mind that you have the tree here. Okay, so just make sure that uh, like if I'm gonna do that, you see the tree doesn't touch it, so that's good. And by setting this, uh, we will now get rid of the entire thing, and we're gonna get into this procedure way where I really want you to listen and do things correctly. So pay attention. I'm gonna right click choose edge. I'm gonna grab this edge, control right click edge ring utilities to edge ring and split, and then immediately shift right click bevel edge while it's still selected. I'm gonna shift double click on that edge, sorry, double click on that edge, shift double click on that edge, switch to scale tool, and I'm gonna spread these to about so. Now that means that wherever you put this will be the entire thickness of all of the walls in your house. So you want to make sure you're doing this in a proper size. And from that, what we will do is we're going to right click choose face. I'm going to grab this face, shift right click, duplicate it. Okay, press F8 3 times, click somewhere and grab these again, open the outliner and scroll down to that here. I'm just taking out this strip out of the group. You don't have to do this, but I'm doing this just in case. And I'm gonna close this, and well, come on, let's close that. And I want to grab this, modify center the pivot for it, and I'm gonna use this. So what I'm doing, I'm first, I want to stretch it like so it will be bigger than this length, and then I'm going to duplicate this 1 time, switch to rotation, hold down the J key, and do this that way, and move these to about so. Okay, now right now these will be used as sort of scrollers. I think I pronounced this okay, so anyway, you know what I mean. Now for each axis, like so, and this will help us to create walls precisely. So basically, we have already these two thick of the walls, right? These two extra edges, but we want to do same on this axis. So you want to grab this one, which we rotated, hold down the D key, and click here, okay, on this vertex point. Now you can hold down the V key and simply attach it to this corner here, and you will have these here. Okay, you have that exactly where it should be. Means that you will have here at the corner an even square cube, right? Even square, even cube, whatever. Now we can right click, choose insert edge loop, insert one edge loop here, switch to move tool, hold on the V key and snap this edge to that particular edge that belongs to that sort of scroller. Okay, now we can move this aside. See? All right, we're gonna do the same here. I'm gonna, first of all, to make my life easier here, I want to position this pivot now at the other corner, the other vertex. So I'm going to switch to rotation tool because that way my mouse can see that particular vertex point, and I will press D and then choose this. So the rotation tool just doesn't interfere with, it just don't block my mouse to reach that point. You can scale it up with minus and plus, and even better. I want to switch back to move tool, hold down the V key, and simply drag it over the other corner. Grab the main piece, shift right click, insert edge loop, and I'm gonna insert the edge loop here, hold on the V key, and you want to make sure that the brown lay on top of that. Okay, press F8. Now we have these frame sort of edges. So you see this one, I'm gonna move this one, so you will be able to see this. Now they are going to be used again and again and again. It just depends on how complex you want this structure of your house to look like. So let's say we want to have here a middle wall. Okay, let's say about here. I guess this will be good, like so. Okay. Well, no, I'm gonna move it towards here, and now I'm gonna add more edge loops. One here, and now I will speed up my moves just to make things a little bit faster. So I have this main one, okay, and let's say I'm gonna take this one, move it towards here, that way, and I'm gonna add edge loops, one here, one here. Let's move this one into place. Now basically I'm mapping this this main shape to have walls, and in order to create rooms or hallways for this main piece. So I can't really, I can just explain what I'm imagining here, but it will be sort of like we will have a patio here, and that line here will be used as sort of a sliding window, big sliding window, and from there, from that point, you will be able to enter, or maybe, but here we will have this sliding window, and here the person can get into the house from that point, like so. So it will get into this hallway, sort of hallway, because I'm gonna create a room here. So let me create this room. I'm gonna add this. Eventually you will see exactly what I'm doing, okay? But right now I just felt that it will be better if I will explain this a little bit, just so you will get a basic idea. So now I have this as wall. I'm gonna use this one to frame that exact room. So grabbing the main one, adding edge here, moving this towards here, holding V and just try to to point to that particular edge here, but it's a little bit hard here. Okay, sorry, it happens a lot. You need to struggle a little bit with it. And here this will be a room. Now because this is going to be a room, I need to have windows in this room. So I'm gonna create one window here, by adding two edges here. So let's say here, holding this. The first one here is not really, you know, important, but the other one, it is. Now, be aware that whenever you're doing this, that I always want you to have two, okay? Always use those as your guidelines, because you will need them at this point or another. And I can't really explain right now, but you will see. You have here this as the wall of one side of the window, and you can use this one as one side of the window, or you can have two more, but you want to have an entry to that room, so you either use this path here as sort of you know, entry, and I will simply make this a little bit bigger, the window. So the window will be such as here. I'm gonna add two edge loops to the main floor. Sometimes you need to zoom in and out. Up. Okay. I'm gonna add another edge. All right. Okay. So that room right now has an entry, either this one or either this one as an entry, or either this one. It really depends on you. Also, it has a window, which we later can scale, and we need to have another window here at this side of the wall. So I'm gonna take this one, see, slide it over here. I'm gonna add edge loop here. Sorry, on top of that, and let's tweak this. Up. Okay. One side of the window, the other side will be here. Shift right click, insert edge loop. Okay, sorry. That way. Here, and shift double click on this one. Now I'm doing this in purpose, like I'm adding those from the right side of the scroller and from the left side. So if I pick the right one, the right side one first, I know that it has to be on the right side of this scroller, okay? Just not clipping them into each other. So we have this as a window, and here where sort of the living room is, I want to have a corner sort of a window here. So I can add more edges here, like from that point. Okay, so I'm going to take this, insert the edge loop. If you don't want to get confused, just do it one by one. So I added this one, now I need to add the left one. And hold on the V key, tweak this, great, press F8. I'm going to grab this one, and the corner window for that will be here, will hand here, this corner window, something about here. Okay, you can even do it more, I don't know, depends on you. So you know what, let's do it in sort of way when I'm taking in mind that I'm creating the patio over there as well. I'm gonna create some patio there, so you will see. Okay, heading this, and here. So we have this as our corner window, and here I want to have, as I said, here will be sort of a patio, okay? And because of that, I'm gonna here create a slide window. So this whole area here until that point here will be sort of part of the patio, front patio, but here will be the door entry. So the door entry goes like that or something. So in this particular case here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to relay on these as for the front patio window, and I'm going to add two more because I want the left area here to be sort of with the wall. Okay, just very little part of wall here. So I'm gonna add two extra edge loops. This. Now you can do more rooms, you can do anything you want. Just try to maintain some proportions with this. Proportions. This is how you pronounce this, proportions. Okay, and here, well, of course, this will be the window, so I don't really have too much room for the patio, but let's do it. I'm gonna have this, that, sorry, that, and let's say that the door is here, so I'm gonna grab the cube as well. Now, I don't know, I'm always taking those cubes. If I need a cube, if I have like to choose if to do it here or here or here, I will take the cube with me as well. Okay, so because this is part of a wall or something, so it won't well, in some ways it won't mix thing up. Now before I'm going to do that, you can either choose to duplicate this like so when you're done with making this, when you're sure the entire map of your house is correct. I'm going to move these, I'm going to move this. The reason I'm duplicating this because I may want to have a second floor, but right now I'm not sure, but I'm not sure really on which part I want to use as a second floor. And I will explain this while I'm doing this. Now, right now, I want to stretch this area, extrude it, and make sort of patio here, right? Now, this patio is good and everything is fine with that, though I may want to create above this patio sort of roof, little roof, you know, very low roof. So I can either duplicate this now and use it as my roof or the second floor, and maybe I don't want, so I will use this. Depends on what you want. Okay, now the only thing before I'm gonna deal with extracting the walls out is I want to set this and change here to this, the pivot over here, and I'm gonna hold down V, middle mouse click, hold on here, click and hold here, and set this here. Just want to maintain everything correct, so I'm adding this edge to have here that frame as well. Okay, now I can really get this off of here, and now we really get into the extrusion thing. I'm gonna grab the face. I'm gonna take this. You see, this is where the slide window will be. It can get, I'm guessing, like, well, no, this is not the window. Sorry, I'm confused. Let's start from here. Okay, here, here, here. All whatever I'm picking are going to be walls. So I'm picking these. This is going to be wall. This is going to be wall. This is going to be wall. This, that, that, that. So this is the door entry. This is the way to the whole, hallway. Here, this is the first wall of our room. This is a wall that the borders of this room. These are the outside walls, like so. like that. Okay. Here we will have a corner window. We don't want to touch this. We don't want to touch these as well, but we do want to grab these here. I want to choose this, and it's like a house with one room. Okay, please don't judge me right now. I don't have much place to set this whole thing up, but you can make it bigger and work things in different proportions. I'm trying to maintain some proportions, so I'm gonna keep the other rooms to the next floor, and that way we will have enough rooms here. So yeah, anyway, here, yeah, that's okay. I don't know, I mean, in some cases I would prefer to make sure that the hallway and stairways and this door entry and this entry will be equal in size. So this is something you should think about at the same time, okay? Um, you can use the same method as these for always maintaining the door entries the same size, and just as I did with those as for the walls, you can do this for the doors and windows if you want everything to be somewhat at the same size. Not somewhat, but the same. Depends on your preferation. So with that done, I'm going to extrude this now. So let's see. I'm going to click extrude, switch to move tool, and start to lift this up. Okay. Now, when you're lifting this up, there is this height like so that you want to keep here, and you want to start unselect the windows that you are going to have. So I'm unselecting this one, and I'm going to unselect this two, this three, sorry. Okay, so I'm going to have a little window here, a bigger window here, this one, and I can somewhat this window I can scale it a little bit because I can stretch all those edges. I mean, this passing through edges like that, I can move them a little bit to the left. No harm will happen, but this is also something to bear in mind whenever you want to later on tweak things, to have this opportunity to really do so. So let's say this will be the height of the window, like so. Now I'm going to click extrude again without them, switch to move tool, and here you go. Now I'm basically creating the window. So you can choose the height for the window, like so, and then click extrude again. Okay, but now we will need to settle with this as the height for the house. Okay, all right. Now you want to grab this and you want to take this face and the face here, go over edit mesh, bridge options, edit reset setting, and change the divisions to 0. You can click apply. This will close this without any edges in between. Okay, so now you see what I created, those two edges here and two edges here. It sort of serves me as a frame for the window. I'm going to use the same thing here. Right click, choose face, grab this face, click apply to bridge these. Okay, here we're going to have an corner window, but I don't need this corner window to be that height. So I can first maybe set a new edge loop height here, just for the height for this window, let's say here. And because I added here, I will need to make sure that I have it on all of my walls here, and this one already has it, and here. Okay, now this is a little bit tricky because you will need to grab this here, double click. Well, it's already selected, so you're gonna do the snap thing the same. Hold on the V key and snap and point to this edge, which is the one that you want to relay on. And if you relayed on this one, you're gonna rely on it all the way. So this one here, and point to this one, and now they are the same height, right? So I'm gonna press F8. I have the door entry first. Let's finish with the door entry. Here, I don't have, oh, by the way, I told you that I want to have every time to take the cube, and this is one of the reasons why you should take the cube. Okay, the cube, these little ones are very important. Okay, I'm gonna simply extrude this or delete it. Okay, sorry about that. It shouldn't have happened, but it's good that it's happened because now you understand me probably better. Okay, so you see, now I have this tiny frame here, this frame to extrude over there. Okay, this is why I said it at first, but I didn't follow my own rules, I just didn't notice. Let's unselect these. I'm attaching them with merging. Okay, just so we don't have any problem later on. And now I just need to pick what will be the door entry height. So let's grab these two faces and these two. Okay, and now I'm going to bridge them as well. Click bridge, and that's it. Okay, it will use the presettings, so that's fine. Now, if for some reason the bridge won't occur, like it won't happen, what I'm suggesting here in that case is that you will simply delete faces, or you will do whatever I'm going to do right now. You just take this face, as for instance, you're going to click extrude, switch to move tool, and you will simply do it manually with the target weld tool. But anyhow, anyhow, I'm extracting this, but I'm going to rely on that edge here, on this edge, okay, like this one, to stop my extrusion there with this wall. And then I'm going to extrude this once again to finish it. Hold on the V key, switch to move tool before that, and rely on that one. So now, if I will extrude this one, I will have something to connect it to. See? This is why those cubes are crucial, to take them with you. Mesh, sorry, edit mesh, bridge. Great, press F8, and here you go. We have this corner window, we have a window here, we have one window here, we have door, hallway. If you want, you can grab this one, okay? Sorry. If you want to narrow down your door, hallway, or create some sort of a side window to the door, there are those, you know, design doors. So you can simply go and first of all hold on the D here, switch to, well, hold on the D, snap it to that vertex point, hold on the V key, snap it here. By the way, I didn't create this upper wall here. So I'm adding this new edge loop here. Switch to move tool. Trying to adjust this. Great. Press F8. And you know what? You don't have to. You can just simply move it here at this particular case, because this ain't really going to serve anyone. It doesn't going to be serve us later. So I just simply create another edge on top of that wall. See here, and I'm going to adjust it using that new edge that I created. So you see, it snapped to this one, to this edge here, this one to that one that we just created. And now I can like right click, choose face, grab this face, sorry, grab this one, delete it, this one, delete it, this one, delete it, and I'll grab this edge, and that edge, extrude them, switch to move tool, hold on the V key and snap this first to here, because this is important. I don't really know why that happened. I mean, like, why that particular face has been changed. Let's see, reverse. whatever, but it's indication for something is wrong. So I'm suggesting you always to examine your walls. Don't have any. Oh, here you see, this is the reason. This face there. We did have face there and I didn't see it. If you see something happens like that, it's always indication that something is wrong. And you sure don't want to have double, you know, faces that in between those walls. The wall should be like empty. Extrude this again, hold on the V key, attach it over here. I can see the brown lines, that means that it's on the surface. I'm going to grab the vertices, everything here. You can unselect these because nothing should be attached here. Edit mesh, merge, press F8, let's examine, grab this one. Everything following, all the edges are following this dot, so that's fine. This vertex, sorry. And for the final thing here, at least for this floor, is to grab these two or to grab those as well. Depends on you. I think I'm into set it the same height as there, that window there. That will be wise. Edit mesh, bridge. Press F8, bring it back to object mode. Okay, now we can simply put this up and I leave you the option to connect this or not. You don't have to, really you don't have to. I see no reason for doing that, but just in case you ain't gonna attach this, grab this, hold down the D key, V key, sorry, D key, attach your pivot to this corner and hold down the V key to snap this to here. Okay, so it will be snapped, no gaps open or anything. See, now you can use this floor, so you don't have to do the same thing. You can either create floor stairways here, you know, to the second floor. Maybe I will narrow down a little bit this corner, you know, corner window, and just to have enough room here for creating stairs. And then just I am going to use the entire surface here to create this well, this as entire flat or, you know, level, but just some part of it, like, so we will have, like, here we will have a room or two, but here we will have a roof. Okay, so right now I'm gonna deal with it. I'm gonna save this file save scene as. I'm gonna save it as my own number, island 24. You do it on your own hierarchy, saves, whatever, and I will see you at the next part. Okay, thank you for watching, have a good day, and see you at the next part. Bye bye.